He didn't take B12. There's one supplement that vegans should all take. It's B12. He's the expert of the world. He didn't know to take B12. He wasn't taking B12 and he wondered why it all went wrong. What a moron!
Yeah, so I'm called Prem. I was part of the vegan movement for 15 years.
Meet Prem, aka MC Matchstick. See last video for context. One of the newest members of Spherage's merry band of nitwits.
I was the first raw vegan company in Australia. We had the #1 superfood website in Australia. We were teaching classes in every city.
A former self-proclaimed teacher of raw veganism and other fringe nonsense.
Because I was open. I was never vegan because of the animals. Like, I always felt connected to the animals and nature. Like,
if you're connected to animals, why do you want them dead? Hope you don't feel connected to other humans.
But the vegan arguments always sounded like nonsense to me.
Yes, try not to harm others unnecessarily. What crazy nonsense. I can see why you'd struggle with that one.
Nothing to do with an understanding of nature.
Strange how humans have mirror neurons in the brain, so we feel others' suffering as our own. Nature much?
But what happened is after 3 years I collapsed. So I had basically chronic fatigue. I couldn't really even walk. I was like in bed all the time. I was very active at the time, like surfing 4 or 5 hours a day. This was like a shock at first, like what's going on, you know? I'm the healthiest I could possibly be, you know?
Raw vegan and other fringe nonsense expert developed serious health problems. Whatever could have gone wrong?
You mentioned the supplements. Did you also take B12 and all of that?
No.
He didn't take B12. There's one supplement that vegans should all take. It's B12. He's the expert of the world. He didn't know to take B12. He wasn't taking B12 and he wondered why it all went wrong. What a moron!
I mean, I did at a small time.
If you're eating a vegan diet for 15 years, you want to take more than a little bit of B12. Brain much? What an absolute genius.
I knew it has to come, like, let's say from, you know, algae or this kind of stuff.
There is no B12 in algae or this kind of stuff. You silly man. Teacher. You had no clue of what you were doing. You were taking money from the public and you messed up your own health. Wow. Let's hope you've learned your lesson, hey?
The more vegans there are, this is the biggest fuel to the raw carnivore movement.
Is that the same raw carnivore movement that can muster 0 to 4 people to protest at any given time?
Also about the events in Edinburgh and Belfast, I didn't end up doing them because in Edinburgh there were only 3 subscribers interested in coming, and in Belfast actually nobody.
Like just look at most of the raw carnivores, they were vegan.
Yes, raw vegans who also fasted, drank their own piss and didn't take their B12. You know, like you moron.
I was like, this is intrinsically wrong. I'm 31, my teeth are rotting, I cannot digest anything, so how am I gonna get better? And I broke down in tears and I was like praying to life, you know, to myself. And I find whenever you face something and really ask the question or just face it, then you get an answer if you're truly open. And the next day I saw a comparison of the digestive systems, and that's what triggered it.
Oh dear, did you look in the wrong column, son? Because anatomically, physiologically, biochemically and psychologically, everything about us screams herbivore.
I do hope, obviously, that people listen to this and all the info that we're giving, because it's real, man. Like, we really can save lives.
The overwhelming preponderance of data proves unequivocally that a whole foods, plant-based diet is the optimal diet for human health. Is it fair to say that you have no knowledge of nutritional science and have merely jumped from one extreme fringe diet to the other, and really and truly you should shut the up before you end up hurting someone?
That sums it up. Yeah.
Thank you, Sverige. YouTube wants you to watch this video next. Don't click on it if you think that meat is a health food and that fruits and vegetables will give you space aids.